just makes things up out of thin air and claims them as fact, and they are always conveniently designed to paint the worst possible picture of me. Even still, this is not the reason I said I would report his channel. There are tons of creators making videos that are full of lies about me.
So it's as you heard, I am supposedly full of lies. I'm lying about Karl Jobst, so much so that he couldn't even be bothered to watch the entirety of my video, and it was the only video that he scrolled through apparently. In Karl's recent video here, which is 2 hours long, he decided to take a silent jab at me for telling you guys the truth. And before I continue, I want to state that this video is completely unscripted and coming directly from me. Over the last few months, I've been relatively quiet on YouTube because I've been handling a lot of stuff that has been just coming up in real life, and bills and whatnot, but then at some point in time I had a friend try to jump off a bridge over YouTube, and I halted that in real time. So I've had a weird last few months. Let me be frank here. Recently I've been watching a lot of LUS and Gen X whenever I get the chance, and I want to take a clip from Gen X Gamer's recent video. Shoutouts to him. I want to play this clip because originally me and him had planned an interview about Karl Jobst. But I want to throw something up that sums up how I feel, and this clip really does sum it up. So just take a listen to what he had to say.
Isn't about the money. This is about punishing you for what you did, for trying to get views, for making up crap, because you straight up made it up. And this whole thing exposed you from being an absolute legend, which is a line that you took from Apollo, and then you used it to capitalize after his passing in order to build your career. Everything that you are, you took from Apollo after he was gone. You wanted that, and look where it got you, right? Blaming people that had nothing to do with it, right? For his passing. Right? You didn't mention your buddies. This was all punishment. It was never about the money. It was about opening your mouth, putting it right to the curb, and stomping on your head. That's what it was about. Number one. Number two, you should just stay quiet. Really, you should have just stayed quiet. This man has some of the worst hobbies that you could have as a human being. One of them is picking fight with litigious people that have more money than you. Another hobby he has is arguing with lawyers, right? And he has lust derangement syndrome in this video. Spent probably the last part of it just railing against lust, who, you know, many times they're just using your own words from Discord. Oh, they were just facetious. They were just ironic. Shut up. You shouldn't have been talking. You should have listened to your lawyers. Can't blame anybody else. You know, this is a point, guys, where if you get so humiliated, right, in court that you end up with $1,800 after a bankruptcy, and the court gives you mercy, they won't even take your money because they feel sorry for your ass because that's all you have. At that point, you know, it's a really good point for you to reflect on your life and actually admit that maybe at this time you should just shut the fuck up.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Look, I had to do that in editing. The reference was there, so I just did it. But, you know, memes and jokes aside, let me get to my point. I'm going to be real here with all the Karl fan base. And to Karl, you fabricated a lie about my friend's suicide, and in response to doing so, went searching through Apollo Legends Discord and his family for proof afterward, after you made your statement about the suicide. Your retraction to this statement was not in the same video. It was well afterward, but in an unrelated video. This was the primary reason why I doubted supporting you in the first place for the longest time. It's another reason you just lost your lawsuit, was because you gave a half-ass response to an initial lawsuit, a justifiable one. I got hate comments for over 2 years, and still ongoing, from your fans, because they look at your initial red joystick video and think, oh, that guy's a shill because that video isn't updated. That's why I went off on you. That is why in my Discord I did an @everyone stating that I am considering the idea of a lawsuit. My lawyer wanted to consider the idea of a lawsuit. I told them no. Now, I might be considering it. I don't know yet. I don't want to waste my time on such a matter. I really don't want to. Don't need to. I'm just tired of getting the same bullshit shtick from you and your fans. Because they don't understand that your initial retraction, it's the same as Billy's that you did to me. You put a retraction in a completely unrelated video about statements you made about me and Van Buren. Why? Why couldn't it have its own little video, an update video that's continuing it? It's in an unrelated video with Steve Wiebe on it. You retracted an incorrect statement that you made about me in an unrelated video, then DM'd me, lumped LUS in with it, claimed I was lying, and I'm not. I'm still getting hate 2 years later. More than that. You've told me in the past that you would take care of it. It didn't happen. It's still ongoing. You knew this. You've been keeping close tabs on me. So you mean to tell me that out of all these defectors you mentioned, the only one you looked at, the only video you looked at was mine? Why? Is that not proof enough that you basically fucked up right there, too? You went after the guy that did the research that you've been shit-talking for 4 years about for attention. I'm disappointed and pissed with you. You took for yourself the research and time me and Apollo spent on this matter for your own gain. You lied to your community about the defamation case exactly 2 years ago from around today, about like maybe a week off. You told me once this is all over, you'd be transparent about this entire matter. You also told me in DMs that your lawsuit was about cheating. Read it right here, folks. My defense in this video also talks about his cheating. It was not about the suicide. Unlike Van Buren, I'm not going to tolerate bullshit. You lied to me. You misled your community. Here's the proof right here that you claimed to me, and you misled me, making me believe that it was cheating. Word per word. This is not defamation. This is your word to me. I don't care about money or the outcome of your lawsuit because it had nothing to do with cheating in video games. You made your bed on this hidden truth, and now you put the financials on your wife. Unable to take responsibility for your words and actions, you should have never said that statement about Apollo Legend, and now you're letting your family shoulder the blame. To quote an old current friend of yours that I spoke to recently, you skipped to the last stages of grief and went right to acceptance, claiming that the bankruptcy is a good thing, when in the reality is that you screwed your family, your fans, your friends, everyone. You don't have to worry about me pursuing you. I decided last night after talking to a few of your old friends that I'd rather put my time towards my family, friends, and my own supporters, rather than, waste it pussyfooting around. As the guy that worked with Apollo on this matter, I'm saying this for a 100% fact. Billy Mitchell is a cheater, and you, Karl Jobst, lied. Notice how I don't need to make a 2-hour video explaining that, and I got to the point. Just apologize and get over it, man. That's what Van Buren was trying to get to in the first place.